Shalom, all praise to Yahweh Shemel Shah, double honor to the Apostle GMS. This is another commencement of the video. And in this video, I'm going to be focusing on the book of Colossians chapter 3 verse 5. A topic about mortifying your members. So let's see what this means. Colossians chapter 3 verse 5. Mortify therefore your members which are upon the earth: fornication, uncleanness, inordinate affection, evil concupiscence, and covetousness, which is idolatry. So first you got to see what the word mortify means. You go to the word mortify.
Strong's G 3499 Necrao.
Necrao. That's where you get the word necro from. So the word necro, which necro means dead or death. To make dead, to put to death, slay one out of an impotent old man, to deprive of power, destroy the strength of. So we know when it says to mortify, it means to put to death or to deprive the strength of. To put to death. When they look at Vaughn's expository dictionary of New Testament words, dead, to put to death, is used in an active voice in the sense of destroying the strength of, depriving of power, with reference to the evil desire which work in the body. Okay? So mortify therefore your members. Now what does it mean by members? Okay. One. Come on, man. Baby, 1 second. Come on. Well, the word there is melos. It doesn't want to play for some
Strong's G 3196 Melos.
Melos. It says a member, limb, a member of the human body, of bodies given up to criminal intercourse because they are, as it were, members belonging to the harlot's body. Back to Vaughn's expository dictionary. Let me see. So it says so our bodies, right here it says, mortify therefore your members which are upon the earth, since our bodies and their members belong to the earth and are instruments of sin. That's obvious. That's why I said members, because the members of our body are instruments of sin. Okay? And also you gotta understand, we all represent the body of Yahweh Shai. You got arms, you got legs, you got hands, you got eyes, you got ears. So we're all members of the body. So you gotta mortify those members, meaning put it to death or deprive it of its power. So you gotta deprive the members of the body of Yahweh Shai, or deprive the members of your own body from the power that causes you to engage in sinful nature. So you have to deprive yourself or make dead the desires that cause you to sin. You know, because we're men in the flesh, and those desires to commit carnal acts can arise within you. It can arise within you. You know, and death, and you need the faith in Yahweh Shemel Shah. Believe that they'll give you the strength to fight that, and that cometh not but by what? Prayer and fasting. So the more in tune you are with the scriptures, the more in tune you are with being spiritual, the less likely those carnal thoughts will arise within you. And if those carnal thoughts arise in you, you'll have the spiritual strength to be able to rebuke those demons and not fall into that. You know, the desire to commit, let's say, adultery or murder, or to be a thief, or dishonor your father and mother, you know, to eat swine, you know. You probably got brothers out there that went to a store to get a sandwich or a pizza, you know, or some beans, rice and beans from a Dominican restaurant, and you know they put pork, like the beans is made in pork juice, and you say, oh shoot, damn, they made it in pork juice, and here you about to eat the rice and beans, you're like, let me just pray to the Most High, the Most High know how we under grace. But I got guys that did that. I'm not saying they have, but that could happen. That could happen. You know what I'm saying? And demons get on you and make you start, and trying to rationalize things that's wicked. You know? That's the devil. What's the word devil means? Deceiver. You being deceived by Satan to commit those acts. You know? So you gotta fight against that through the spirit. So mortify therefore your members which are upon the earth. Fornication. Let's go to that word, fornication. What that's talking about.
Strong's G 4202. Parnaya.
Pornaya. Illicit sexual intercourse, adultery, fornication, homosexuality. Yeah, adultery. It says adultery, fornication, homosexuality, lesbianism, intercourse with animals. See, look at that. He just give you all kind of stuff. And right here it says metaphorically the worship of idols, of the defilement of idolatry as incurred by eating the sacrifices offered to idols. So it's talking about all of those things. Because those are all sinful things. Uncleanliness. That's simple. Being unclean. That's even got about uncleanliness. In a moral sense, the impurity of lustful, luxurious, profligate living. That's like materialism if you look at it. Profligate. Extremely wasteful, extravagant, or shamelessly immoral. Wildly extravagant, very wasteful, abandoned to vice and corruption. Shamelessly immoral. See? A person whose behavior is unrestrained. Vocabulary.com. A person who is a slave to their cravings and whose behavior is unrestrained and selfish can be called a profligate. That was from vocabulary.com. Cambridge Dictionary. Spending money or using something in a way that wastes it and is not wise. Okay? Mortify therefore your members which are upon the earth: fornication, uncleanness, inordinate affection. What's inordinate mean? Going beyond what is normal, reasonable, or proper. Exceeding reasonable limits. So inordinate affection is having an affection towards something that's unreasonable, that goes beyond. And that could be for anything. Oh, I love money, so you do anything to get it. Oh, I love women, so you do anything to get it. You're doing things that's sinful to try to appease the damn woman. That's an example of an inordinate affection. Desiring materialistic things to an excessive degree, to the point when that's all that you think about. You know? Not saying there's nothing wrong with wanting certain types of things, but it's an inordinate affection, an excessive affection, an uncontrollable, unreasonable affection. It's not reasonable that you do that to get it. It's not reasonable that you do this to get it. You understand? Whatever those things may be. Evil concupiscence. Now, look at that word concupiscence. Oh, wrong word. There you go.
Strong's G 1939. Epithemia.
Strong's G 1939. Epithemia. Desire, craving, longing, desire for something, for what is forbidden. That's the evil concupiscence, man. So, that's having a desire or craving towards something that's forbidden. You know? Oh, I want that. It's the Sabbath and I want to do this. Well, that's evil concupiscence. You know whatever it is you want to do, if you're not supposed to do it on the Sabbath, yet you're still doing it, that's an evil concupiscence. wanting another man, woman. That's evil concupiscence. Desiring something that which is forbidden. So all of these things that the truth forbids us from doing, if you desire those things, that's an evil concupiscence. And if those desires arise within you to seek those things, then you gotta what? Pray and fast the Most High, Yahweh Shemi Ashah. Build up your spirit so you can fight against it. The further you are away from this word, from the truth, the more those desires gonna creep in. More and more the love of money is gonna come into your mind. And guess what? You ain't gonna be coming to camp. Because all of a sudden, every Saturday, you gotta work. And you'll ignore every sign that occurs in your life that shows you that you should be there. That this happened, that happened, that this happened, that happened. Why the Most High doing it? Well, what are you doing? You ain't coming out. You're not doing videos. You don't study. You don't even ponder upon this truth. It don't even come to mind unless it's camp time. Or it don't come to mind unless a brother brings it to your attention. You know why? Because you're not walking in the spirit. You're just hanging around. You're just there. And you've had guys like that. You could tell a guy that's like that. Like a guy that's in the camp and he's been in the camp for years and can't break down simple scriptures and things that he's supposed to know. That's a person that really just been hanging around the camp for years. They just around. Hang out Israelites. They come to the camp, then they probably, hang out with brothers, different places or whatever. They hang out Israelites. Hang out Israelites. They ain't really in this thing for real. You know what I'm saying? They ain't really in this thing for real. And you can see through that. The Most High show you them signs. Evil concupiscence and covetousness. That's, desiring something that's not yours, that's forbidden, which is idolatry. So, yeah. And that's another thing. Worshiping false gods. And covetousness, which is idolatry. So you could be having a desire to worship another god. You didn't have guys that been in this truth years ago, and they started teaching like wayward doctrines because they was watching one dude, and he was in North Carolina camp. I forget the dude's name, but he was in the truth for years, and he started looking into all of that house of consciousness stuff. And started to believe that. All of that Egypt stuff. He was in North Carolina camp. He started believing in all of that. And guess what? The Most High sifted him right out. Sifted him right out. You done had guys in the camp that have been in different camps. One dude was in GMS Dallas, if I'm not mistaken. He was in GMS Dallas. And he was in that camp for years. He looked like one of them ancient men. He was big, tall, brown skin with a beard, had a fro on his head. And I remember he did a video talking about GMS getting on homosexuals and why if a man's with another man, why you condemning him? He was saying all that shit. He probably was a fucking faggot. You understand? Now there's more scriptures I wanted to get to. You know what I'm saying? But this video only been 15 minutes. There's a lot more scriptures I wanted to get to. But you know what? Due to the interest of time, and as you can see, my phone is dying. I'm going to close the video here. I might wind up doing another show. Because, I'm outside right now walking. So instead of me getting more scriptures, making this show longer, before my battery die, I'm just going to do another show, Lord willing. With that, I'm going to close and say, oh, praise you. How about you, man? Shah, double on, positive, GMS. All his brother, something, Shalom.